just thought, man, this is the 2022 Saturday Prix. Who's up for it? Who's up for the races? We've got Sergio Perez. How long did he race for? 2011. So, Perez raced for 12 years. But is the mic proper echoing out? Because yesterday I seen it back and the mic was horrendous. I was like, no one's even told me like, mate, your mic is fucking wank. Honestly. But it's early days. I've got to mess around with the settings. It's going to be, like I say, every week it's going to be better than the last one. Because mate, I don't even know. This is what I mean, Echo Beach. I don't know why. Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing. It's like I got an echo, but it's on low volume. What's that about? See, I don't know why it's echoing like that. Is it still echoing now? Hang on. Let me come down to this. See, but if I turn the mic up, that's even worse though. I'll have to tackle it because there's 2 week gap now between this and Australia. I'll tackle it. I'll do loads of test streams and fucking mess around with all the settings and message a few people and like get it rigged up so that for Australia there's no fucking like, it's just more, I'm more prepared. So we'll just take it as these first 2 races. His green screen's not right. His mic's not right. He's fucking, the music's too loud. It's too quiet. It's too echoey, mate. We'll battle through that for a couple of weeks. Then there's 2 weeks Australia. By then, man's gonna be ready. 2 weeks to sort it out, and yeah, we'll be better off. Is that a lot better? Is it? Yeah, I know I'll watch this back later and like cringe, like, what is that audio? And I don't know. Is it just because it's not this? Is it just because? But the thing is, I was thinking, oh, it's just a shit mic. But then I look back at last week's, fine. So what have I done? Is it the fact I've got the music on? that is like fucking up. There's like some kind of sort of distortion, fuck knows. But we're battle on it. It is a learning curve. It is a learning curve, Chris. But you know, you better believe by fucking God knows what this is gonna look like by mid-season. Fucking 10 races in, God knows, mate. You know, there'll be fucking all sorts of shit going on. But you all got to start somewhere. At least, I'm going through all these technical difficulties, right? And the mic's echoing, and this is wrong, that's wrong. But mate, it's like a couple of viewers in it, so we're all right. You know, it's not like I'm in front of thousands and everyone's thinking, what the fuck's he doing? Right, I'm like new in the game. So by the time this catches on, and I've got a few in, we'll be sweet. We'll be sweet anyway with the fucking things. We'll have a fucking time to get hype. I'll turn my fucking music off now. We're fucking ready for this. Who's ready for this, man? Hamilton from 16th. What's he gonna do from there? Is he gonna get in the top 10? Mate, I don't even know. He must have been, after that qualifying session yesterday, he must be contemplating what he's doing in the sport, man. 16th. I've never seen Lewis struggle that much since 2009. Like, opening races of 2009, he was at the back. Like, I remember, you know, Australia 09, well, that was a bit controversial, but some of the other races. But since then, I mean, 2013, he didn't have a race-winning car. But since then, mate, he's had a decade of a comfortable ride. You know what I mean? He's had a decade of a car that can fight for victory. Not this year. He's got that record, actually, Lewis, where he's won a race in every single season he's competed. That is up for debate this year. Mercedes have got to pull a rabbit out of the hat to catch Ferrari and Red Bull this year. I tell you, now they've got to pull a second out of the bag. They've got to pull a second out of the bag if they want to beat Ferrari and Red Bull this year. And the thing is, they're going to develop this car like mad, but so are Ferrari, so are Red Bull. So it's going to be a difficult one. If Mercedes can catch this up, mate, it's going to be evil. How are we doing, Ernesto? You'll have a Murray Water. Eventually, Chris. I'll be rigged up with everything, mate. Fucking... I'll have these mics here, you put your fucking teeth on it and a fucking thing. Yeah. I'll be fully rigged up. I'll be in Jordan's studio, that's what'll happen. I'll upgrade the driller. Oh, here we go then. This is the starting lineup. So obviously Mick Schumacher doesn't start because of the crash yesterday. Tsunoda, I seen him break down before he's even... You know, before he's like on the reconnaissance laps, he's broke down. So I don't know if he's even going to start the race. Tsunoda. Then you got Latifi, Hulkenberg, Albon, Hamilton, 16th, Ricciardo, Stroll, Zhou Guanyu doing well, Norris, Magnussen. Then the top 10: Magnussen, Gasly 9th, Bottas 8th, Alonso 7th. George Russell P6, which is a massive difference. Hamilton 16th, Russell 6th. What an effort. Esteban Ocon up in 5th. That's the best qualifying I can remember him doing in a long time. Verstappen 4th. He's going to be going aggressive. Verstappen 4th. I think it's Sainz 3rd, Leclerc 2nd. And it's Perez on pole. He pulled it out of the bag. Formula 1 Wilson. Yeah, that's what I should have called my channel, innit, now, but I get banned. You can't be using the word Formula 1 now. Look at this, man. This is the crash in qualifying yesterday. Mick Schumacher, 170 mile an hour into the that is one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. How he's got out of that. Yeah, look at that, but he's all right. Thank God, man. Because I did the watch along on that qualifying there yesterday. and I bridged like an hour and a half red flag, which was a fucking, tell you, that was a difficult one to bridge, an hour and a half of dead space. But there was a 10-15 minute period then after he'd had that crash where I was like, you know, you've seen the ambulance on track and all the rest of it, and all the marshals and all the medical stuff, and I'm here thinking, should I be live? Is this a bit weird? Like, you could be, we don't know what condition he's in. And then thankfully, as time moved on, an hour later, we realised that, thank God, man, he's all right. He's all right. And we got quali back underway. And Perez banged it on pole. So get in. That one, it's a bit out of left field, even though, you know, it's Red Bull versus Ferrari this year. Perez bagging pole, it's a bit left field, isn't it? But I'm for it, mate. Like I've said before, I'm neutral. As long as you get a good race, mate, anyone can win. In fact, the more unlikely a winner, the better it is. I think. You know what I mean? You don't want a predictable one, do you? You want, you know, the more obscure it is, the better. So, mate, I'm up for a Perez pole. Me, let's see if you can hold on. Oh, they're on the formation lap. We're ready for this. Yes, indeed. How are we doing, Jordan? Jordan, you'll have to get on one of these with me one day. Once you fully fucking, mate, once you caught up your knowledge curve, because your knowledge curve right now is boom through the roof. You just soak up all the information you can, yeah, and we'll get on it. You can get on with me, and we'll do it, because eventually I will have like a co-commentator. Eventually, that's the dream. The dream is eventually to have like on Sky, you've got your David Croft and your Martin Brundle, and the David Croft is the enthusiastic, he's gone down the inside, all that. Then you've got the Martin Brundle, who's the more technical one, talking about, I don't know, he's more in depth with the strategies and the aerodynamics and the stuff. So I mean, I can do a bit of both, but really, I'll be the David Croft, and eventually I'll have a Martin Brundle, and then it's to the moon. Then we're going to the moon. Then once there's two of us bouncing ideas off each other, then we're to the moon. But I'll do probably this first season by myself, you know. But maybe we'll like guest appearances and that, and then eventually this'll go global. How are we doing? Yeah, Jordan, honestly, you're welcome on any time, honestly. Once you know who's who and what's what, which I think you've got a pretty good grasp of that already, but once you properly know who's who, what's what, and where's where, mate, we're having it. Oh, anyway, we're fucking lining up, aren't we? We're lining up, mate. This is, mate. This is where it's fucking hype time, brother. Oh, Lewis Hamilton, fucking 16th, man. What? Oh, let's have it. We're ready. So as we look at it, Perez on the left, Charles Leclerc on the front row on the right. So he's got the inside line into turn one if he wants to fucking aggressive one. Verstappen's got to go for it as well, man. Verstappen, here we go then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go then for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And Perez keeps the lead. The Ferraris are battling and they've got 3 wide. Oh, Verstappen's going for Sainz, but it is still Perez, Leclerc. Then I think Verstappen's go up into third. They're still side by side. Verstappen and Sainz still side by side. Verstappen gets into third position. Hamilton's still at the back around 16th where he started. But you've still got the Alpine still up there. Oh, Kevin Magnussen and Pierre Gasly side by side. He chops him up though. Magnussen's still ahead. So you've got Ocon, then Russell behind him, then Alonso, Bottas and the rest of them. So it's still Perez, has kept the lead, but it's now Red Bull Ferrari. So Max has made up a position. Mate, Lewis is losing positions. No, he's not. He might be up a place. Oh, mate, but fair play for Perez keeping that. He's already got a bit of a gap going on. Russell keeping up with the Alpine of Ocon there. But, mate, Hamilton up 2 places to 14th then. Is he going to be on a bit of a charge? Has he got the car to be on a bit of a charge? Who knows? Yes, Ernesto, lad. We're having it. Oh, there comes Lewis then on the inside. He's just defending. He's not going for a move. He's defending from Alexander Albon into turn 27, the final corner. And that is the first lap done then. Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Ocon, Russell, Alonso, Bottas, Magnussen and Gasly rounds out the top 10. And there goes Lando Norris against Pierre Gasly. So get in, Lando. Lando up to 10th. But Gasly's looking at it again. Stroll 12th. Ricciardo 13th. So McLaren up into the points. They had a horrible weekend last weekend, McLaren. I think they were about 17th and 19th was last weekend. It was a disaster. They're looking a little bit better here, McLaren. Lewis now coming up on the back of Daniel Ricciardo for 13th. How quickly can he make progress? This is the big thing. How much progress will he make as we look at a restart? We look at a replay of the start. Perez got a beautiful start. And Verstappen went around the outside of turn 2 then. So Verstappen gets a nice run round the outside of Sainz turn 2. And by turn 4, Verstappen was up into 3rd. Can he close down Leclerc now? Why is it? Oh, wait, it's not updating. Wait. I know why. There we go. Are we on the driller now? We got lots of numbers on the screen and that. Yeah. Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Ocon, Russell, Alonso, Bottas, Magnussen and Norris the top 10. We're just looking at replays of the start then. This is Lewis's start. Yeah, they sort of go 2 by 2 into the first corner, but he didn't make up that much space. This is Zhou Guanyu start from 12th. So he's dropped right down from 12th to 17th. A bit of contact there in turn 2 with one of the McLarens, probably Ricciardo, yeah. Yeah, so a little bit of contact, but the thing is, good thing about these front wings is because they've got less little streaks and little details, they're probably a little bit more sturdy. Because the front wing's less complicated this year. You've got less bits to come fucking flying off. So they're probably a little bit more robust this year, the front wings. So he was able to get away with that. Little bit of contact and seemingly all right. But Tsunoda is out there and didn't even start. Then it looks like. But yeah, Zhou Guanyu down from 12th to 17th, so he's had a nightmare. Oh, here comes George Russell then, going for 5th on Esteban Ocon in the final corner, and he's done him. George Russell up into P5 then. That was out of nowhere. Go on, George. I tell you what, this is the first time George Russell is establishing himself as a Mercedes driver. This is the one. Oh, you got Norris going across the runoff area at turn 1. Is that to keep? Oh, who's he battling with? Is he battling with battling with Gasly or battling with Magnussen? But he cut right across the thing. As we see Lewis now right up behind Daniel Ricciardo. He's looking for that P13. He needs to be picking people off quick time. Has he got less bouncing? I don't know, man. We've not seen a proper close-up yet. I assume you mean Lewis. Because I tell you what, out of all the cars, and Mercedes struggling the most with the porpoising, which, you know, they'll be fuming with that. So we're looking at 12th, 13th and 14th then. Lance Stroll, Daniel Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton. He's gonna want to get past these two as quickly as possible. He'd be on a mission to try and get up with his teammate. Lewis is probably trying to think about P6 today if he can make good progress. But beyond that, mate, the two Alpines. Oh my God, that was close. Then into turn one, the defence from Esteban Ocon then was aggressive. Mate, your teammates, but you're not mates. I'll tell you that for a fact. That was hard defence there from Esteban Ocon. And no wonder it's for P6. I'll tell you something, that Alpine have had a better start to the season than I would have said going off testing. Look at this. Here we go then for a replay. Oh, he blocks him wrong. Oh, that was a last... He got chopped off then. Alonso would have had to come out of the throttle then. But fair play, Ocon, man. He's not giving a quarter, is he? No quarter given for me, Marley. But 6th and 7th for Alpine. They'd bite your hand off for that, surely. McLaren 11th and 13th, again, like I said, doing better than last week. Hamilton's still 14th then. He's not made any more progress since lap 1. Here comes Alonso again, then he's lining up his teammate for a second time. DRS, here we go then. Fernando Alonso, the 2-time world champion. Ooh. Close, but no cigar for Fernando Alonso. But he's right up behind him now, going into turn 4. They're going to be side by side into turn 4. Oh, Ocon stays ahead just about, but I tell you what, Alonso will be fuming on the team radio. Let me through. He'll be on the blaster, giving it I am faster. 100%. Folks, look out the car. Hey, Anto? You need some mods in here. Oh yeah, eventually I'll sort that out, mate, but what the fuck was that, mate? Hold out 2 cars, what? Oh, mate, so I tell you what, Perez is holding his own out front. He's got a 2.3 second lead over Leclerc. Should be updating automatically, is it? Nah, lap 2 it says. Get to the fuck lap 2. This should... So much for live timing. They're fucking not very live, is it? A lap 2, dealer. Right. You have not just fucking... Oh, I'll log in a minute. Here we go. Here we go then, Fernando Alonso down into turn 1. Oh, he's got him this time. Oh, Ocon still keeping his nose in there. They're side by side at turn 1 and 2. And Alonso gets the 6th position off his teammate. Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Is it? Fucking bullshit, man. I already signed in. What's it all about? Right, here we go. Fucking sign me out with the driller. Are you mad? Sign me out. Right, who's where and what's what and who's who here now? Still 2.3 between Perez and Leclerc. Top four are spread out. I tell you what, the top four have gone. Russell's 8 seconds behind already. That's a second a lap. What? 2 Alpines, 6th and 7th. Bottas holding his own in 8th. Magnussen top 10. Hamilton still in 14th. He has not made a lot of progress in this first part of the lap. And Ocon now is back up against Alonso. And they're weaving all over the place. He's going to get him back. Oh, that's going to be so close. He's had to cut across the runoff area. Oh, Alonso will be fumed about that. And you got Bottas lining him up. Bottas is looking at this going, oh, you guys just fine. I'm going to pick you off. Bottas is looking at this, man. But this has got the potential to end in serious tears. Look at the way, look at how Alonso's defending there, weaving all over the gaff. He hasn't given the place back yet, but he cut right across that runoff area at turn 2, mate. You've got to give that position back. You know what I mean? You can't just do that and get away with it, or else fucking what kind of a precedent does that set? He's now letting him put through, I think. Yeah, he's letting him through. He's letting him through there. But here comes Valtteri Bottas then. Oh, no, you don't go for the move there, man. That would be dangerous. And Bottas has backed out of it there, though. But he's going to be trying to line him up. And they've got an incident being investigated. That probably for Ocon running on the runoff area. But the 2 Alpines still going at it into the final corner then. Oh my God, this could be a 3-4. Look at Magnussen's on the scene now. There's 4 of them. Go on, the lads. Let's have it then now. There's 4 of them fighting for 6th place. Oh, here comes Bottas. Ocon defended at the last second and they all stay in the same position somehow. Bottas is on it though. He's still going for it into turn 4. Yo. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, fellas. You're gonna end up wrapping it all big time. All this fighting though. He fucking Kevin Magnussen's on the back of this now saying, oh, I'll have a piece of this, me. I'll have a piece of this, me, in his little 9th place. 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th then, just nose to tail. This is what we want. Because there's nothing going on at the front. Them top 4, mate, there's 2 seconds between each of them at the front. But this is the battle for 6th place. This is the one. Hamilton up to 13, was it? I haven't seen that. They've not shown that. Well, he is. But brand new show. I feel like Ricciardo's potentially... Well, I don't know. Ricciardo's suddenly dropped to the back. Maybe he's had a pit stop. Maybe while we're watching that, maybe Ricciardo's been in the pits. So Hamilton promoted to 13th then, because I don't know what's happened to Ricciardo. I reckon he's had a cheeky pit stop. But look at this then. 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. Here we go again. I'll tell you what, this run into turn 1 with this DRS, mate, is fucking bang on. There's not going to be anything this time, though. Oh, he gets close. Does Ocon, but he's going to be so close going up to turn 4 here now. He's right on the back of him here. Steady. But this is what the Alpine team boss is saying. You know, they're fighting each other that much. Really, the priority is to keep Bottas behind. Here comes Lewis then on a Aston Martin. Is that Hulkenberg? Lance Stroll. P12 for Lewis Hamilton. Then he's slowly making his progress. Second behind Lando Norris, and then he'll be looking to get into the points. But yeah, man, Perez still 2.3. He's kept that lead for 7 or 8 laps now. 2.3 seconds. Verstappen another 2 seconds behind that. And then Sainz 3 seconds behind that. So we're, it's settled down into Red Bull Ferrari at the minute. They've dropped Russell something, mate. It's like a 2-class field. You've got a top 4, and then you've got a 10-second gap, and then you've got everybody else. But it's better than from fucking 2014 to 20, when it was one team in a one class of their own, and then a fucking 2-minute gap in everybody else. At least there's 2 teams in the driller. But here we go then. Magnussen round the outside of Bottas in turn 1. And he's forced him off. Oh, Magnussen's fancying this, man. And the 2 Alpines still wrestling it out in front of him. Incident involving Norris and Magnussen. No further investigation. I don't even remember seeing what happened there. Here's a replay of Magnussen trying to get Valtteri Bottas into turn 1 then. Ooh, he's late on the brakes there, and then he sort of got chopped off there and had to use a bit of the runoff area. Yeah, safest option. At that point, it's not worth it. You're just avoiding the collision. Hamilton versus Norris then for 11th. Lewis is making his progress. Intense race. Oh, it is in the midfield, yeah. From 6th down to 9th. Is proper going for it. Lewis lining up Lando Norris then. Here they come then down into the final corner. Is he going to go for it here? Here comes Lewis then down the inside into turn 27. And he's got him. He's got him now. Can Lando fight back on the straight? Who's got DRS then? This is an interesting one because I'm not quite sure where the detection point is. Right, Norris has got DRS. So Norris can fight this back. As we see Ocon again across the thing. Oh, there's 2 Alpines are side by side again. The TV directors don't know which battle to follow, man. Ooh, mate, these 2 Alpines are going head to head today. In fact, they went head to head last week in Bahrain as well. I think they were 9th and 10th for the entire race last week. Talk about evenly matched. Jesus Christ. Here we go for a replay then of Ocon for the fucking umpteenth time into turn 1, giving it a go. And there's just not enough space for 2 cars there, and they almost collide on the exit of turn 2 there. Turn 3. They almost collide here, where they get pinched. Here we are for a replay of Hamilton on Lando Norris then, for 11th. So he's getting there. He's one more, he's in the points. So he'll be doing all right, my lad. But still out front. There's 3 seconds between the top 4. Then come on, we need one of them gaps to close up. We want a Sainz catching a Verstappen or Verstappen catching a Leclerc. Give us something out front. But I tell you what, all the action is for P6 here with the 2 teammates. All the action. Russell's probably in his own world here. 10 seconds behind, 11.5 seconds behind Sainz. And how far is he ahead of this battle? Probably a fair way. I can't really. Yeah, he's basically 10 seconds behind Sainz and 10 seconds in front of this battle for 6. So Russell's on I probably think he's on his own out there. 5-second penalty for Zhou Guanyu for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Yeah, I think I remember seeing a replay of that towards the beginning of the race. But fair play to Zhou Guanyu though, right? Because he started 12th, was down in 17th, up to 13th. That Alfa Romeo's quick, man. Williams have dropped Aston Martin. Mate, when I saw that Aston Martin unveiled, middle of February, when I saw that Aston, mate, I thought that looks quick. I thought they've got it right there with that. They've got the high nose. I think the Aston actually is the only one where they've got this high nose to get the air underneath. And I thought, this is it. This looks like a winning car. They're at the back. So I got that one wrong, didn't I? Didn't I? Bottas has overtaken Esteban Ocon for 7th. So Bottas is on it. Alfa Romeo are quick, man. They've been fighting so much amongst themselves. Valtteri's crept up and gone, I'll have easy pickings. Easy pickings, as we see Lance Stroll in. He's the first one in. I think. I have got my suspicions that we have missed a Daniel Ricciardo pit stop, though, because he suddenly went from like 13th to last. So unless he spun or everyone mugged him, mate, he had an early pit stop, I reckon. That's my theory. So, Lewis up to 10th then. We're not even... The TV director's missing all these moves because Lewis is up to 10th. Oh, that was a nice, easy one for Bottas. Yeah, man. Why didn't Gasly fight that? Because you'd be thinking... it's not like last year where the Mercedes fucking steamroll everyone. Yeah, you got to change it up. It's too static at the front. It's too static. They've got to think about undercuts. Yeah. Leclerc's got to think about the undercut. Look at this section of the track with the helmet cam, man. This is fantastic. I think it's turns 4 through to turns 12. It's just a fantastic section. A little bit dangerous, that curb in the middle that spits you off though, like Mick Schumacher the other day. I don't really like that curb. It's a bit too much of a chunky curb, and it just if they get too much of the car onto that curb, it spits you out. And we've seen a few near misses, as well as like Mick Schumacher having a horrendous crash. We've seen a few near misses there. Maybe they've got to flatten that curb, or maybe we shouldn't even race it next year. How's about that? But mate, Bottas closing in on Alonso now, so get in. Box to overtake then. Here we go. Oh, they're both pitting. So is it Perez and Leclerc? No, it's Leclerc opposite. This is the way. They'd have told Leclerc pit or opposite. So if Perez pits, you don't. If he doesn't pit, you pit. This is the way. This is how it works in the game. Pit confirm and opposite, Charles. So this is it, man. This is how they play it in the top echelons of the game, man. Look at that. George Russell's a full pit stop behind the leader, man, after 16 laps. Bro, that's a second a lap. More. There's more than a second a lap. Where are Mercedes going to find a second a lap? Compared to everybody else, everybody's going to be improving the car, developing the car through the year. Are Mercedes really going to find a second? No, unless they pull a golden bullet out of the bag. They're not. I tell you what, Pierre Gasly. Oh my God, you've got Nicholas Latifi in the wall. Oh, Latifi's had a fucking nightmare, man. Latifi binned it in the final race last year. Binned it in qualifying yesterday, and binned it in the race today. What's he doing, man? He's had a horrendous last few races there. Fucking Latifi, man. Oh my man, Latifi again, man. All jokes aside, I think Latifi might just be the weakest driver on the grid. He's not the one, Latifi, is he, man? He's not the one. What happened is, you have binned it, my lad. Safety car, then. So, So what's the sit rep here then? They're all in again then. So Leclerc. Who's this? Who's this benefiting? I cannot work out who this benefits at the minute. Right. I see. So the guys that have just stopped have got a massive disadvantage. The guys that stopped lap previous. Yeah, right. So this is what's happened. The guys that have just pitted, which is Perez. But how is Leclerc still leading? Oh, that's thrown a dice in the mix. That has. How is Leclerc still in the lead though? But it's not so unlucky for Perez that then. So Leclerc effectively leads now from Verstappen. Perez down to third. That's so unlucky. Just because he'd already done his pit stop. Then they bring the safety car out. So then when the other guys take their pit stop, it's a cheap pit stop because everybody else is going slow. So it's a cheap pit stop because you're going obviously a lot slower in the pit lane. You're losing less time compared to the guys that are going around at full speed because they ain't going full speed. What's he done there? Binned it on the exit of the final corner. That's just a silly one, that. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit poor that at this level. That's just a little bit poor, that. It's not the one that. I mean, at least he's alright, not bloody high speed impact, is it? It's a clumsy one's what that is. That's a clumsy crash from Nicky Latifi there. So that's 3 out there because Mick Schumacher didn't even race because of the incident yesterday, which I can fully understand. But they're saying that Mick Schumacher didn't race today, not because he's not fit to race, so it's not on a health basis, it's on a money basis because they can't afford him to wrap up or anyone to wrap up another car just in case because they're on a tight budget. So it's not even for like health reasons, it's for financial reasons that he's not even raced today, which is fucking, mate, that's deep. That's deep. That you're in a struggle. You know what I mean? You're in a struggle. So Mick Schumacher didn't even start. Sonoda, as far as I know, Sonoda didn't even start. In fact, I saw a clip of him. He broke down on the reconnaissance laps to the grid. Are you mad? And then now Latifi's out. They're just showing the replays of the chaos when the safety car came out, and I can't even work out. I can't even work out. But he shuffled the top 4, that's for sure. Oh, look at him battling. Oh my goodness, look at this. So they've gone side by side. Oh, it's a close one. I remember one like this in Monaco in like 2016. Where there's like a safety car and you're like battling on the pit exit because once you're sort of in that position, you have to fall in line. So there's a little bit of point of contention where it's like, am I ahead of the white line? Is he ahead of the white? Ooh, there's a little bit, and you shouldn't really be battling. Like there's been a crash, there's an incident, the safety car's out, but there's a little bit of point of contention there. And so it's Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, Leclerc, Verstappen. So Leclerc's gone from P2 to P1. Verstappen's up from third to second. Perez down from the lead to third. So he's the one that's lost out. And Sainz, I want to say was fourth and stays fourth, I think. But this has bunched them all together. And you've got Magnussen 6th, Hamilton 7th. So this must be due to where some of them haven't dived in the pits then, obviously. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, this is what Jensen's saying now. Yeah, that. So Kevin up to 6th. Lewis up to 7th at the minute. Then you've got the is it Ocon after that? Is he still updating itself, this? Yeah, Max and Hamilton. Yeah, Alonso, Hulkenberg in the top 10 at the minute there. Right. Magnussen, Hamilton and Hulkenberg haven't stopped then in all that chaos of diving in the pits. Those three haven't stopped. And at some point they will have to stop and change tyres, as per the regulations. Incident involving Sainz and Perez noted. This will be on the exit of the pit lane then. I think it's about who's crossing the white line on the pit exit first, because that white line, I think, goes across not only the pit lane but the circuit as well, I think. Because does it also serve as a safety car line? Do you know what I mean? Maybe. But this is what we needed in a way. We needed to bunch up a bit, because I tell you what, it was stale at the front. Them top four was static, and in fact they just started playing out the strategies. You know, Perez and Leclerc had just started throwing the dice. Oh, I see. Oh, I figured it. In my head, I was thinking Perez and Leclerc both stopped. They didn't, because Leclerc did the opposite of Perez, so it was only Perez that stopped. Hence, then he's lost out, because then the rest of them yeah. I've got it now. We were a bit of a confusing one, that, thinking now why is he lost out and Charles hasn't? But Charles didn't even pit. He did the opposite. Latifi won't get the paid this year. No, I think the money goes the other way. Do you know what I mean? I think Nicky Latifi's dad's worth a fortune. An absolute. I think Nicky Latifi's dad's a Canadian billionaire, man. So the money's going the other way, man. He's paying them. No, I don't know. You know how it is. You know how it is in this game. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of talent and funding. In fact, Perez is a perfect example of that, a mixture of talent and funding. Perez is a perfect mixture of that, because Perez has got the pace and he's also got mega backing from Carlos Slim and all the rest of it. So, but then if you're too much on the other end of the scale, where you bring money and not a lot of talent, mate, like fucking Mazepin, you get found out in this game. You slung. Safety car ending. Come on, let's get this race back underway. Lap 20 out of 50. So this P3's up for contention, and they're saying that Sainz was ahead at the exit of the pit lane, so Perez might be told to let. So it might get even worse for Perez. Perez might be down to fourth. Look at the size of that cruise ship there. Holy fuck! Right, here we go. Race back underway any moment now. Come on then, let's have a bit of racing. Let's have a bit of racing on this Sunday afternoon. Let's have a bit of racing. I'm going to cook on the grill, man, make some whiskey burgers, ribs and hot dogs. That's the most American sentence that I've ever heard. Right, let's have it. You enjoy that, Ernesto. That sounds all bang on, that, Ernesto. Aye. How we doing, Justin? Robo, let's go. We're about to get underway, Justin. Here, we just had a safety car. He's waving because fucking Max is side by side with him. He should be bloody single file. He's going. Oh, you don't want to look at the try. They try to keep the heat in the tyres, and they're also trying to fucking not crash into each other. What a balance that is. Look, he loves going side by side. He loves fucking Max. He loves proper being like he's literally pushes it to the absolute. Look how the pack is backed up, and now Leclerc. Oh my god, they're going over a load of sand on the circuit there from Latifi's crash. Oh, it's looking close between Sainz and Perez there for third. Oh, here comes Verstappen then having a look, but they all hold the positions then, so it is. Oh, Russell into fifth then. Still Ferrari, Red Bull, and then Russell, Magnussen, Hamilton. These are the three that are close then. Perez, Russell, Magnussen. No big moves into turn one then between the top guys, which is what I was hoping for. Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez. Right, that's it then. So Perez let him go. Look at that Haas between two Mercedes. What a madness. The thing is though, Lewis hasn't stopped. So Leclerc leads from Max Verstappen. Go on, Max, you're a switch it on now. Look at the speed of this circuit, man. This is serious. Go on then, Lewis. This is looking close. This into the final corner. Oh, he has a little look. But he doesn't go for it there. Is he going to line him up now down the pit straight? Oh, a little bit of porpoising there from old Charlie boy. Leclerc leads from Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Russell, Magnussen, Hamilton, then Alonso, Hülkenberg, and Bottas rounds out the top 10. McLaren down in 12th and 13th for the moment. Tsunoda, Latifi out, Albon at the back. I see. Yeah, so he's let him through. He's let him through into turn 4. But now you've got to be on the warpath to get it back now, Sergio. You know, you won't want to be starting this race in pole and ending up 4th. He ain't going to be. He's not going to be about that game. You know. He would have been dreaming of winning this race last night, you know what I mean? And it's just an unlucky, that's just unlucky that from he'd made his pit stop and a lap later Latifi bins it, man. There's nothing you can do there. It's just look at the draw and you've just been unlucky there, lad. He's down to 4th. Russell 5th, Magnussen holding on in 6th then, holding Lewis off for now. I'll tell you that Red Bull's looking smooth, man. He's got absolutely no bouncing at all. It seems like most of the other cars bounce a little bit, but that Red Bull, they've sorted it out. I don't know if it's because they put a little bit of rake on it, but they've sorted out the porpoising. It looks bang on. I tell you what, Magnussen was 5th last week. He's 6th today as well. It's not just a flash in the pan, this Haas. They're quick. They are quick. I tell you what, Schumacher would be gutted because in Bahrain last week, he gets spun round by Ocon, who admitted like he made a mistake. He gets spun round by Ocon, I think in the first lap last week. Then he's had a massive shunt in quality. Mick Schumacher will just want a clean weekend to also be up there with Magnussen, because I believe he's got the pace to do it. He's just not had the... these first 2 weekends for Mick Schumacher have been really unlucky, really horrible. But when we go to Melbourne in 2 weeks' time, and they've re-profiled that circuit, it's a completely different. Go on then, Lewis. Right, so Lewis up into 6th place. Oh, Magnussen's going to fight it back now. Go on then, Kevin. Go on then, Kevin. Oh, because you know Kevin doesn't give an inch. Oh, he's gone back past him. Oh, go on then, Kevin. Oh, he's gone a bit deep. There's Lewis going to be all over the back of him then, heading into turn 4. Oh, block him off. Oh, mate. Haas repasses a Mercedes. What is this season? Imagine you'd have told someone like last November. Imagine you told someone at Christmas. Haas going to be quicker than Mercedes. Fucking what? What planet are you on? Ah, yeah. Magnussen's going to be 5th in the first race. What, you'd be going, Magnussen? He doesn't even drive for him. Mate, you'd have got some serious odds. you'd have got some serious odds on Kevin Magnussen to finish 5th in Bahrain 2022, mate. If you'd have put that on last year, considering he didn't even have a seat, and Haas with the slowest car. You got fucking million to 1. Here we go again then. Hamilton versus Magnussen again into the final corner. Tell you what, Magnussen bouncing like a top there. Here we go, Lewis then. This is a better place now. Oh, it's going to be close here. Going into turn 1. Lewis is looking for it. He goes for it. Side by side into turn 1. Is he going to give him the space and gets past him? Hamilton up into 6th then. Mercedes 5th and 6th now. Hell of a recovery, man. But he has yet to stop. I think... What were the 3 that were yet to stop? Was it Hamilton, Magnussen and Hülkenberg? Or was it... I think it might be those 3 that haven't stopped. There for a replay then. Hamilton down the inside. Fair play. Kevin gives him the space. And now we look at a replay of Ocon versus, I'm going to guess, Stroll. You can't tell from that angle which Aston Martin that's up against, but... Oh no, Hülkenberg it would have been. Yeah, because Hülkenberg hasn't stopped, so he's up there. He'd have been up there in 10th. So Ocon passes him. Hülkenberg down to 11th then. The super sub Nico Hülkenberg. What? What's Max? Oh. Because he's bluffing. Verstappen's complaining because Verstappen's complaining there because it seems like Leclerc's bluffing on coming into the pits, dipping into the pit lane entry and then out again. Look at the midfield battle here between the 2 McLarens. Hülkenberg, this is 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th. Nose to tail. Come on, lads. Will McLaren scrape a point here? Because they were pretty much stone dead last week. So if McLaren could scrape a point here, they say, all right, you know, bit of progress, not as bad as we thought. You know, even if they finish 11th, 13th, they're a lot better than last week. I told you Ricardo pitted early on. I told you. David Croft just confirming it now. Man spotted that on lap 8, so get in. I knew he had a cheeky early pit stop, Danny Ricciardo. I knew that. Fucking, you don't drop down the timing sheets for no reason unless you binned it. Man knew. Look at the battle for 8th now between Alonso and Bottas closing in then. He's got DRS. Is he going to go for it? Oh, Alonso defends then. Bottas doesn't do anything. Bottas doesn't do anything crazy there. Just keeps behind, but you feel like the move's coming here. Alonso's getting lined up here. Alonso, the 2005 and 2006 world champion. That's a lifetime ago, isn't it, that? You know, that's bloody... You're getting on for nearly 20 years. It was 17 years ago he was world champion. What? I loved Alonso in his prime. Alonso in his Ferrari years. He used to do magical things with that Ferrari. Magical things. He used to bring the fourth fastest car into a championship battle, mate. He was magical. I swear to God. Ooh, Carlos Sainz replying of a potential gearbox issue. Hope it's nothing serious. As we see Norris, Hülkenberg and Pierre Gasly looking for it then. They come down the pit straight. Big DRS train. Come on then. Oh, nice helmet cam with Lando Norris going round the outside into turn 1. Cuts in. Done him. Is that 20? Yeah, Norris up into 12th now then. Zhou Guan Yu in the pits. Yeah, Leclerc might have this covered, you know. For a replay then, Hülkenberg versus Norris into turn 1. Hülkenberg going defensive, but Norris has got the speed with the DRS to go around the outside. Easily done. Pierre Gasly down in 14th then. Has he had issues? See, with the safety car coming out, it's difficult to work out who stopped under the safety car and who didn't, but I would guess that Gasly did pit, because he certainly wasn't in 14th before. I swear he was about 9th. But he's lining up Hülkenberg here then. Pierre Gasly down the inside. Hülkenberg doesn't even bother defending it. Move. Done. And Hülkenberg just a sitting duck at the moment. Aston Martin. You know, this was supposed to be a big year for them. I mean, I keep saying the same thing, but mate, McLaren and Aston Martin are definitely the biggest disappointment. And then the opposite end of the scale, got Alfa Romeo doing bits, and Haas. They're the ones that have made the progress, and McLaren and Aston Martin. I mean, Aston Martin weren't that good last year, but Jesus Christ, man. As soon as they've been rebranded from Racing Point to Aston Martin, it's been a mess. Look at how close they get to the wall, then they exit the final corner. It's looking, actually, Verstappen is slowly reeling him in as well. Perez looking like he's reeling in Sainz as well. Come on, we want to see a bit of a fight up front. I mean, last week we got a fight up front, all right, and it's looking like the same two again. What's this? Sainz and Perez reviewed. No further investigation between Sainz and Perez. I think that's because he just let him through anyway. So he sort of give away the position before he was told to. In a way, he jumped before he was pushed. In other words, Russell just in his own world in fifth. Lewis up to sixth, but I don't know where he really is because Lewis has got a pit yet. But then again, everyone might pit, so God knows how this is going to play out, especially between Russell, Hamilton, Magnussen, Alonso, Bottas and Ocon. Which way round that's going to be by the end, nobody knows. Go on then, Valtteri. Valtteri P9, we're on board with him now. Closing in on Fernando Alonso. Final sector of the track then. I say, Bottas would be absolutely thrilled going to Alpha in the car having this much pace. Because last year, I don't think Alfa Romeo got a lot of points last year, did they? Two new drivers, complete overhaul, because I think last year they had Raikkonen and Giovinazzi. I don't think they got many points, did they? Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, they probably got a handful of points all year. So, what were Alfa Romeo last year? 9th in the constructors, 8th at best. Mate, this year then Bottas pulled a bit of a worldie. Sacked from Mercedes. Boom, Alfa Romeo, we're having it, doing bits. Hulkenberg hoping for it. Well, Aston Martin hoping for another safety car because this strategy is going to be a massive disadvantage if it carries on like this. I'll tell you what, how far is Lewis ahead of Kevin? 3 seconds. I reckon that's secure, really. Oh, Bottas taking a different line out of the final corner. Go on then, Valtteri. He went in deep, the lad. Here we go then. This is going to be close into turn one. Valtteri plays it sensible for the moment. And who's up ahead of them? So Magnussen's right, just ahead of this as well. So Magnussen, Alonso, Bottas pretty close out there. Go on then, Valtteri. Ocon down in 10th for the minute. They were, what were they, 5th and 6th before? Or were it 6th and 7th, the two Alpines earlier on? It's now 8th and 10th with Bottas closing in. Could be soon 9th and 10th. Leclerc looking good out front. 1.6 between Charles Leclerc trying to make it 2 out of 2 wins at the start of a season. When was the last time Ferrari did that? When was the last time Ferrari won the opening 2 races of a season? If he does win it, 15 years ago at least. More than that. What am I on about 15 years ago? Mate, you're talking Michael Schumacher's day. Unless he did it in 07, but I don't know. Or 08. maybe. Leclerc looking good. Verstappen 1.8. They've dropped Sainz in third. Is another 5 seconds back. Perez 3 behind that, and then they just dropped Russell. Mercedes a second off the pace. Heavy one. But I just wonder where Lewis is going to end up there, because he's on an alternate strategy, as is I think Magnussen and Hulkenberg. I think they're on a different. They're out of kilter with everyone else. I think 1950. No. It can't be. If 1954 is the answer to my question of when was the last time Ferrari won the first 2 races of the season, it can't be, because Schumacher dominated between 2000 and 2004. He dominated. Michael Schumacher used to wrap up championships in July with 9 races to go. Do you know what I mean? He definitely must have won the first 2 races of a season for Ferrari. Must have. Here we go then. Alonso on Magnussen for 7th. The battles have been in the midfield today. The midfield is where it's at today. We've not seen that kind of action that we had last week out front. But the midfield from like 7th to 10th has been where the action's been today. This section of track is fantastic. Round the long banked corner of turn 13 then. Alonso hunting down Kevin Magnussen for 7th. Yeah, Magnussen's not afraid of getting his elbows out. Kevin Magnussen. But he's been fair enough in the first 2 races of this season so far. But I've seen Kevin fucking be seriously aggressive. Here comes Alonso then. Look at the speed difference here going into the final corner. He's lining him up though. He's not dive bombing him there just to get re-overtaken. He's lining him up. Yeah, here he goes. Here he goes, and his Magnussen's going to be a sitting duck here. Goes defensive, but Alonso round the outside then and gets ahead before they turn into turn 1 there. Alonso up into 7th then. He's having a good race. He's old Fernando. How old is Fernando Alonso these days? Probably about 40, isn't he? If he's not 40, he's 39. I'll tell you that. How was your head this morning? I was alright actually. It's surprisingly alright, but I did have to have another sleep. I have had a cheeky nap before this race, Anto, because mate, last night was a heavy one, but no hangover, just a bit of sleep deprivation. But we're alive and kicking, aren't we, Anto? We're evil, aren't we, Anto? Nobody does it like us. Nobody does it like us and scrapes himself off the floor and gets on it. You know what I mean? We're doing all right, my lad. According to Wikipedia, it can't be. It can't be right, that. No, I would say the first time Ferrari won the opening 2 races of the season would be somewhere, maybe 08 or 07, maybe. I'm trying to remember. But here comes Magnussen back past Alonso. Oh, Alonso's got a problem. Alonso has got a problem here. Oh, Alonso's gone. Mate, the car, mate, this is looking DNF, this. Oh, you don't want to be on the apex of these corners doing fucking 30 mile an hour, man. No, man, this is not a place you want to be going. So these are blind 150 mile an hour corners. Get off the track, man. Someone could come flying around there 150 mile an hour. Jesus Christ, man. Get yourself on the runoff areas. Is his engine give up? What's gone on here? Oh, this is it. He's overheated, has he, Fernando Alonso? I'm surprised Denver even came back. Oh, no. He had a 3-hour sleep back on it. Go, get in. Get in there. Alonso's. It is a shame. Alonso had some great battles there today. Let me just... Wow, what is that? Alonso's had some great battles today. Oh, and we've got a problem with Daniel Ricciardo as well. Going slowly. Everyone's collapsing here. Ricciardo creeping into the pits. The hell's a white flag? Fucking... White flag? I don't think I've ever seen that. But yeah, Ricciardo just creeping into the pit lane. Damn it. Oh, tax. You know, McLaren weren't looking too bad this weekend, tax. They were pushing for points. Oh, he's conked out on the pit lane entry. Not the best place, that, to tell you the truth. Right at the pit lane entry. They're going to close it. So Bottas is out as well. They're all suddenly... Everyone's falling to bits here. In the space of a lap, Alonso, Bottas and Ricciardo have all conked out. Hey? But the thing is... Yeah, but the thing is, Ricciardo's blocking the entry of the pit lane, right? So we've got a yellow. You got a yellow flag. Are they going to close the pit lane? What? This is strange. No, they're not. So in comes. So still yellow flags. Magnussen's in. Bottas gone. I know they're all dusted, Jordan. They're all just broke down, lad. Oh, Alonso looks like he's out. Bottas out. Ricciardo out. All in the space of half a lap. Everyone's falling to bits. Meanwhile, look at Alex Albon up into 11th. Well, everyone pits. Everyone's diving into the pits running VSC now. Virtual safety car, which basically means we've all got to go to an inside. He's conking out of the pit lane. You've not got two of them on the pit lane entry. You've not got two cars conked out on the entry of the pit lane. Watch the camera pan out now. Watch the camera pan out here. You're going to have a broken down McLaren and a broken down Alpine within 100 yards of each other. Look at the state of this. Oh, he's the running man now. See, you got four marshals pushing Ricciardo's car. Mate, this is dangerous, this is daft, man. Because the pit lane's, as far as I know, the pit lane's open. Like, whoa, look at this. Is Daniel Ricciardo. Is this a brake? A clutch? Yeah, he had a brake. He didn't have engine braking. Right, look at this situation now. What? Yo, Hamilton complaining engine issues. Is anybody going to finish this race? Is anybody going to finish this? Mate, I don't. This is a risk. This has quickly become a race of attrition. You finish her in the top 10 at this rate. I mean, what a shambles there, though. You got 2 cars in the pit lane entry conked out. Like, these are worth 12 million a piece. What's going on? Pit lane entry closed. Now will they do it? 5 minutes later. Oh, yeah, we better close the pit lane entry. We've got 2 cars broken down. Look at that. Camera pans by. Oh, another one. Double wave yellows. Hamilton's still not in the pits. What is going on? That's a no. Hamilton asking, is this all right? Is this good for the strategy, mate? They're telling him, oh, let's just see how it pans out, mate. That's not good news, that. Let's see how this pans out. Is not a good sign. Lewis might lose a load of positions here. The thing is, yeah, because the pit lane entry's closed at the minute, so he can't even pit if he wanted to. Look at this, you got all of a sudden 5 cars out of it now. Albon up to 11th. Leclerc still leads. Is that both of the cars out of the way now? Where's the Alpine? Oh, Hamilton's got to go round again. The thing is, if the virtual safety car ends, well, it's going to be both at the same time, isn't it? They're going to end the virtual safety car and open the pit lane at the same time, and Lewis is going to have a massive disadvantage here. Lewis, he could drop out of the top 10 in this rate. Alonso stopped, yeah, Martin. Alonso, Bottas and Ricciardo have all just stopped on the same lap. Weird, all 3 of them at the same time. We're now under virtual safety car, which means they're all got to go sort of an assigned speed, so they're all going the same speed. So whatever gap you've got, if you've got a 10-second gap between you and the next car, that'll remain 10 seconds under a virtual safety car. You're all going round at the same speed. Whereas when it's a full safety car, obviously it comes out and then you all bunch up and you're all nose to tail when the race resumes. But a virtual safety car, the actual safety car doesn't come out, and you just go around and maintain the gaps between the cars that before the incident. So that now is ending. So virtual safety car ending as the Alpine gets pushed behind the barriers. So everything's been cleared up, and we're about to get back underway. Then with 9 laps to go, it sort of feels like it's gone quick. We're in the closing stages now. That's sort of crept up on me out of nowhere. That we're in the final sprint, and I tell you what, Max Verstappen's closing in on Charles Leclerc here. Max Verstappen's 1.1 behind Leclerc for the lead. So let's have it with 9 laps to go. Let's have it. Hamilton in the pits then. How many positions is he going to lose? Everyone's going to go to the end. All of a sudden, I feel like there was 25 laps to go. And then all of a sudden, there's 8 laps to go. So, what's gone on there? I am perplexed. But look at this. Hamilton is out of the top 10, like I said. Hamilton's 12th, man. He's 12th with 9 laps to go. He's going to be lucky to get a point here. He'd be fuming. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is for the lead. Look at this. Go on then, Max. Go on then, Max. Go on then, Max. Here he comes in into turn 1. Leclerc goes defensive. Oh, Max has a little look, but he stays sensible for now. Stays sensible for now. This is for the lead. Here we go then. Just like last week, Leclerc versus Verstappen. We could have this for a full season. Let's have it. Oh, love to see it. He's been a bit stale, the front four, hasn't it, this race? It's been a bit 2 second gap between him, 3 second gap between him, 4 second gap between him. Mate, 8 laps to go. This has come alive. Verstappen has woken up now. Oh, come on, Max. Qualifying took a lot longer. Yeah, it did. Qualifying took a lot. There was a 90-minute red flag that I had to waffle through. That was something else, that. Oh, look at this. Oh, Max. It's literally a millimetre from the wall there on the turn 4. Oh, look at how close this is now. Oh, Verstappen, here they come then, into the final corner. Oh, Max Verstappen, Leclerc goes defensive. Verstappen's done him, into the final corner. Verstappen takes the lead with 8 laps to go. Charles Leclerc's got to find it back now. Leclerc's going to have DRS down the main pit straight. Here we go then, for part 2. Leclerc's coming back at him. He's gone round the outside. He retakes the position. He's good to know they both stay on the Oh my God, this is just livened up a treat, this. Leclerc retakes the lead. Verstappen having another look into turn 4. Oh, if we have this all season long, mate, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Last year when we saw Verstappen against Hamilton, I thought we'll never see this again. This is looking like an absolute classic season, this. These two are absolutely nose to tail. I love that we've got these all new regulations, all new cars, and Ferrari and Red Bull are bang on evenly matched. It looks 50-50. It's so evenly matched. Max coming alive in these closing stages. Oh my God, dude. This is last week. Max was making the move and then Charles was getting it back again into the next corner. It's again in Saudi Arabia. Oh, this is fantastic. As they come round to the last corners again. Oh, Verstappen, he's thinking about going for it, the side by side. Oh, he's locked up. They both don't want to be leading into the final. It's an incredible game of chess because neither of them wants to be ahead going into the final corner. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy game of chess. I've seen Alonso and Hamilton do this in Canada once, where they sort of like, we don't want to be ahead at a certain point where the DRS detection point is. This is the thing. It's like a DRS. It's like a DRS chess game where you want to be behind when you cross the DRS detection zone so that you get the DRS for the next straight. So they both don't want to be in the lead. Look at how Max is he's going for it, but he's back in. He's crazy. He's going for the move, but at the same time, he's like, at the same time, he doesn't want to be ahead because he wants the DRS. It's a crazy DRS chess game, mate. But this is the thing now. That's given with Verstappen doing this stupid kind of little tactic. It's given Leclerc's just pulled out over a second on him, and there's only 6 laps to go now. But these two have dropped Sainz. Sainz is another 6 seconds off. Max just scraped into DRS zone here. Is he going to be close enough? No, he's not going to be close enough this lap. He's got to reel him back in. Yeah, Ryan, but every race is decent though. I mean, you look at the last races of last year, the last half dozen races of last year were bangers. And then the 2 at the beginning of this year are also bangers. So, mate, Formula One hasn't been boring since 2020, lad. Because last year was a classic, and then the first two of this year have been very good as well. So, best race I've seen in ages sort of sounds like they've been boring up to now, but they haven't. Hey, last boring race. No, there's probably a couple of boring races last year, but I tell you what, the sport's in a better place now than it was 6-7 years ago, man. I tell you that for a fact. Much better place. Max 1.1. He needs to be within a second of Charles Leclerc to get that DRS and get the advantage down the straight. Oh, he's 8/10 now. He'll probably get it. He'll get the DRS. Oh, Leclerc lost the back end a little bit there on the final corner. And Verstappen is going to get DRS. But is he going to? He's not going to get near enough this lap. And we've only got 5 laps to go. He is close. I tell you what, he's got a lot nearer than I thought. The DRS speed advantage is huge. I tell you what, it's coming. This lap. This lap is the one. Look at Max is quicker. But this is the new regulations coming in clutch, because it's looking like Max can hold on, unless Max is a hell of a lot quicker, unless Max can be another second quicker. This is actually looking like the regular. Oh, he lost the back end, but this is looking like the new regulations coming in clutch, because he's able to keep up close behind Leclerc, even through the fast sweeping bends of 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10. But look at this. Lap 46 out of 50. What a barnstorming finish this has been. Tell you what, it was stale in the front four for the 4/5 of this race. The top 4 were set in stone. 3, 4. Oh, here we go then. Coming into the final corner, but he's playing that game of chess again. He doesn't want to dive. They're nearly touching on the exit of the final corner, but Verstappen's played this perfectly. Verstappen's played this like a peach and goes round the outside, and now he's done him. And now I think he can make this stick now, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen takes the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Leclerc has to cut across the runoff area, turn 2, but Max Verstappen played that fantastically. Just kept behind him on the entry into the final corner to get the run. He played him like a peach. And now it's about, can he make that stick, or is Leclerc got the pace to keep with him and play it again? Round to turn 13 they go then. Like 47 out of 50. What a finish. Look how he's playing it there. And Leclerc nearly loses the back end. He nearly touched there on the exit. But he's got him lined up perfectly. We've just seen a replay. Yeah, Verstappen, mate, played it perfectly there. This is the thing. It's a DRS chess game. And he got it right there. Hamilton 10th. Oh, is he? Where did he come out of the pits? Was he 12th when he come out of the pits? 10th. Mate, Mercedes are not having a good time of it, but it's not about Mercedes, is it? It's about Verstappen versus Leclerc. And Leclerc's keeping up with him. Has he got DRS? Oh, Leclerc, it's 50-50, man. They're so evenly matched. Only the drivers, the cars are so evenly matched. I tell you what, we have had good first 2 races of this season. We have had good first 2 races of this season. This could go on for 23 races. Another 21 races to go for me, my lad. Leclerc's keeping up, but he's got to get near. When you're in that final sector, going round turn 25, 26, which is virtually a straight, when you're lining up to go into that final corner, you've got to be right on him then. That's where it's crucial. So then you go around the final corner with DRS, 2-3 tenths in it, bang. Then you've got him. That's where it's crucial to be right behind him. Now, you've got to be right behind him now. Is he close? I can't really tell with this helmet camera. He doesn't look... He doesn't look quite... A double yellow in Sector 2. We're going to cut to someone in the wall here, aren't we? Oh, no, green flag. We're all right. Oh, yellow flag. Okay, green flag, yellow flag. We don't know. Yellow flag. I feel like we're going to cut to someone in the wall here. What's going on? Oh, we cut to Stroll, but we don't see any incident. Oh, yeah, there is an incident. It's Alexander Albon. Alexander Albon's obviously hit the wall. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe he's just got a puncture. But I would... Oh, has he had contact with Lance Stroll? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, they've had contact. Oh. Lance, have you got to give him the space here? I've got to see that again. But did Alex just dive bomb him? But contact there. Big accident, really, that between Albon and Stroll. Is there any debris on the... is there any debris at turn 1 and 2? That's what I'd be worried about. So there's a yellow flag, but only in Sector 1. So in the final sector here where they're fully go for it. This is same race. What, same as last week? It sort of is a mirror of last week, this, isn't it? Verstappen and Leclerc fighting for the lead again. But I'm up for this every week, me. Leclerc closing in with the DRS, but he's not going to be near enough. Are we on the final lap? Yeah. Final lap of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix then. Verstappen versus Leclerc. Leclerc's really close, man. He's got one more chance into the final corner. This is down. Oh my God, this is down to the final corner of the race for who's going to win it. Look at this. Oh my God. This is fantastic, man. What a first two races we've done. This is fantastic. It's going down to the wire. The absolute wire. Look at how close this is for the lead on the final lap. How did he close? What? Oh, this is going down to the final corner. On the final lap for the win. Go on then, Charles. This is where you need to be right behind him. The thing is, oh my God, there could be a drag race to the line. This is it. Is he far enough? Out of the final corner we go then. It's going to be a drag race to the line. I think Verstappen's got it covered. I think Max Verstappen's got it covered. Max Verstappen wins just about wins the 2022 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix from Charles Leclerc, literally a tenth of a second behind him. Oh my God, what a finish. What a last 7 or 8 laps that was. Max Verstappen in a drag race to the line just about wins. 2 Ferraris on the podium then. Sainz brings it home in 3rd. Perez 4th. He'll be a bit gutted, considering he was on pole and led the first half of the race. Perez will be gutted. It's George Russell 5th for Mercedes. And they're still fighting into the last corner. Norris against Ocon. I tell you what, Norris is... This is for 5th. This is for 6th place. Here we go then. Drag race to the line for 6th. And it's Ocon in the Alpine. Norris 7th then. Good points for McLaren. I didn't even realise. What a fantastic race we've had there. Absolutely fantastic race. Yeah, no worries, Chris. What a race that was, man. This is... We're in for a hell of a season here. Verstappen wins it just from Leclerc. Sainz. Perez in fourth. Wow. Wow. What a... That was good. That was good, Max. Oh, this is a good race. This is a good season, this. This is a good season, man. I think Hamilton P10 gets 1 point. Loving the new regs, totally feeling that. Loving the new regs, right. That's it, I'm not staying on for the podium stuff. I'm going to sign out here. But I am just starting out. So if you have enjoyed it, listen, please drop me a like and subscribe if you like it. Because, I'm just starting out. I've got to get up and running. Like I say, every week is going to be better than the week before. When we come back in 2 weeks in Australia, it's going to be better again. The audio is going to be better. The backdrop, whatever. Everything's going to be improving as we go along. So thank you for everyone that's joined here. And it's been a hell of a race again. Been a fantastic race again. Not been a boring race to do. So get in, lads. Get in. Yeah, see you next time, lads. That's been good, that, hasn't it? It's been a good race, hasn't it? It's been an absolute classic. Right, lads. Verstappen versus Leclerc this year, so we're having it. See you in 2 weeks, and it's an early one. I'll probably not get many people watching because Australia in 2 weeks is like 6 a.m. UK time. But I'll be here. Because I'm always watching the Formula 1. I'll be watching practice at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, me, but... Join me if you're up for an early morning one in 2 weeks in Australia. But until then, it's goodbye from me, and see you next time. What a championship we've got. What a championship. See you in a bit, lads.